Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Dylan here. We have a major bombshell today about Judge Juan Merchan and the sentencing that is taking place of Donald Trump tomorrow. And this whole reason why the judge is going after Donald J. Trump. And also we're exposing the deep dark truth about Judge Juan Merchan and his relationship, his past relationship with Joe Biden, because he did support and donate Joe Biden when he ran against Donald Trump. But this judge, this liberal Trump-hating judge, actually donated to the Stop Republicans, a campaign as well, which also supports taking down the Republican agenda and taking down Donald Trump. And also there are some alarming relationships between the judge's daughter and Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party itself. And there's a lot of money involved. So we're gonna go after Judge Juan Merchan today. But before we dive in, my friends, we're gonna read the Bible and pray because God comes first. Amen. Comment amen down below if you believe God comes first. Today's Bible reading is Isaiah 41:10. Don't fear, because I am with you. Don't be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will surely help you. I will hold you with my righteous, strong hand. Amen. So comment amen down below, my brothers and sisters. And now let's jump into the video about Judge Juan Merchan. This sick man absolutely is going after Donald J. Trump just days before his inauguration and didn't leave much time for Trump to appeal. Even though Donald Trump was given presidential immunity, this judge will not stop. But let's just say things are not looking too good for this judge. Let's tune in.
Manhattan District Attorney's Office has until 10 a.m. Eastern Time to respond after President-elect Trump filed an emergency petition asking the Supreme Court to block the sentencing in his New York criminal trial, which is scheduled for tomorrow. Trump's legal team argues the sentencing should be delayed over claims of presidential immunity.
Yep. Former federal prosecutor Katie Cherkasky joins us now. And to be clear, when Carly says Supreme Court, we're talking like the U.S. Supreme Court, not a state court. This is as high as you can go. How should the court rule?
Yeah, when you mess with Trump, you don't get a little state court. You go to the Supreme Court, baby. And Judge Juan Merchan, you might be losing your job soon. I heard McDonald's is hiring.
Well, I think that the Supreme Court should absolutely stay this sentencing, and there's a very good reason for that. And in terms of the timing here, this is really a crisis of Judge Merchan's own making. It's a manufactured crisis in terms of the timing. He has known all along that the Supreme Court's immunity decision, which came down in July, explicitly said that any sort of use of evidence of presidential immunity or acts that are immunized, essentially, entitles the defendant to immediately appeal that order. Because if you are immune from prosecution, or if there's evidence that you are immune from having used against you, that is something that needs to be reviewed immediately before any further steps in the case can be taken, especially including sentencing. So for that reason, I do think that the court should pause the sentencing to review whether this case is irreparably harmed and needs to be reversed. Okay, but if the sentencing does happen, I'm sure many people are wondering this. I mean, what do you think it could possibly be? Well, according to what we already saw from Judge Merchan projecting what may happen here, the sentence itself is going to be essentially symbolic. It's going to be negligible. It's not going to be any sort of jail time. But the big point of this is that before Trump can officially be considered a felon, a convict, it's all about, they need to finalize this case and end.
It's so stupid. They want to do all this just so they can call Trump a freaking convict. And so liberals can cry for the next 4 years. Oh my gosh, we have a convict as our president. Oh my gosh. And then, oh, in 2026, what? They're going to win the House and then now they're going to try to impeach Trump again? Yeah, we've already seen that. We don't need no more deja vu, okay? This is the real men are in town. The real men and women are coming into office and they're trying to shake things up. We're done with the political theater.
A sentence, even if it's just a minimal sentence. And practically speaking, they can't have anything against him that would follow him into office because they can't have any sort of conditions of release on him or control over him while he's in the White House. So it's just the fact of entering a sentence to finalize this case that they're so desperate to do, which needs to be stopped.
And you know what's crazy is if you look at the Judge Juan Merchan's Wikipedia page and you scroll down to political views, it actually states right there that during the 2020 United States presidential election, Merchan donated to Democratic Party candidate Joe Biden's campaign. And remember, that's when he was running against Donald Trump. That's when Joe Biden beat Donald Trump. So you could say Judge Juan Merchan helped Joe Biden win. And he also donated to the Progressive Turnout Project. All right, what's the Progressive Turnout Project, you might ask? Well, the Progressive Turnout Project is essentially a super PAC or organization that helps push forward Democrat initiatives, okay? And he also donated to the Stop Republicans campaign as well, which is a subsidiary of this. And what is the Stop Republicans campaign? It's this resist the radical Republican agenda. Chip in to fight back against far-right Republicans. Yeah, you might say, oh, the judge only donated $10. Well, guess what? That's exactly what they want. It's a grassroots funded effort. They're not trying to get big donors. They're trying to get the little Trump haters who say, hey, give me $5, give me $10, give me 15, 20 bucks, whatever you got. We'll take it. And the judge said, oh, resist the radical Republican agenda? Fuck yeah. Let me donate my money to stop Trump. You probably got a text or an email or a flyer in the mail because he's on some list. So he probably clicked some ad about how he hates Trump, right? That's how they always get you. You watch some video, you click some ad, and start bombarding you for life for your money. And the judge fell for it 3 times. What do you think he's doing behind closed doors? Okay? And the Stop Republicans campaign is a grassroots funded effort dedicated to resisting the Republican Party and Donald Trump's right-wing legacy. You cannot make this up. The judge literally donated to resist Donald Trump's right-wing legacy. How is this legal? I don't understand. Or how is the public not seeing that this judge is clearly biased?
Procedural back and forth on this has been dizzying, so much so that lawyers can't even follow it. So if you're trying to figure this out at home, don't worry about it. You alluded to the evidence, and I want to focus...
Don't worry about it. Who's this stupid reporter? I'm sorry. Dude, we're gonna do all we can. What do you mean? Oh, don't worry about it. Leave it up to us elites to figure it out for you. Sometimes these Fox News reporters just piss me off.
On that, because to me, that's where the fruit is. And the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. If the jury used testimony from a Hope Hicks that occurred during a conversation while Trump was president in the Oval Office, and the Supreme Court said conversations like that are immune, doesn't the entire conviction need to be overturned because of this fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine?
Well, I can tell that you are a lawyer, and that's actually exactly the point.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'll handle this. You guys at home, don't look into it. I don't get it. I don't like that guy at all.
Here, the big question is, does any use of this evidence entitle the case to be completely overturned? And I think that the answer is yes. But even if the answer is we don't know yet, the issue still needs to be reviewed before anything else can proceed here. But yes, essentially, I think it's structural error in the case and would require a reversal of the conviction altogether.
Okay, so there's also this. Attorney General Merrick Garland is intending to release the first volume of Special Counsel Jack Smith's report on Trump's federal election case. So what's going to happen there?
It's a desperate attempt. It is an inversion of the presumption of innocence. This case was dropped. He has absolutely no legal basis to proceed with this, in my opinion. And obviously there is ongoing litigation to stop that from happening. Totally inappropriate.
And let's be clear, this is the election case, not the documents case, which Judge Cannon said, you can't release this. And I think it's important what you said, because yes, we have you here for your legal analysis, but you don't need to be a lawyer to analyze what Merrick Garland just did. This is PR 100% of the way. There's no legal basis. There's no legal rationale for what he did.
Absolutely not. They had their chance to get this conviction. They had an indictment. They had the superseding indictment. They were not able to convince the American people. Now they want to throw this out there to suggest some sort of criminality before proving anything in a court of law. It's offensive to the Constitution.
And I am most certainly sandwiched between two lawyers, a thorn between two litigators.
But Carly, for so much of this, you don't need to be a lawyer, because it is either common sense or it is not law. And
it's not something no lawyer has ever seen before.
You know what's also pretty crazy is the Dem clients of daughter of New York judge in Trump hush money trial raised $93 million off of the case. This is the Judge Juan Merchan, the Trump hating man. his daughter is also involved, and these donations have raised renewed concerns that maybe, just maybe, he's a little bit biased, that his daughter, you know, she's raking in $93 million off of this, and maybe that would sway the judge's ruling in some way, even if it's subconscious. So let me know your thoughts on this one down below, guys. Take care, God bless, and let me know what you think about the judge and the daughter. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.